These 15 unknown sleeper cars from the 2000 may look simple, but they're hiding some serious power. Don't let their quiet looks fool you. They're faster than you think. Number 15, Chevrolet Cobalt SS Turbocharged, 2008. From the outside, the unknown car might trick the eyes. Its look is just like the older 2005 to 2007 version, with the same body panels, bumpers, side skirts, and even the huge wing at the back if chosen. But take a closer step inside and underneath, and the story changes completely. Here comes the surprise. The 2008 Chevrolet Cobalt SS Turbocharged does not carry the old supercharged engine anymore. The earlier model had 205 horsepower, but it had to go because it did not pass new pollution rules. Now, the engine uses a turbocharger and intercooler, helping it to push out 260 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. This power starts pulling from just 2,000 revolutions per minute, which gives the car great speed early on. Now talk about speed. The car can go from standing to 60 miles per hour in just 5.7 seconds. That is faster than many others. Without the big wing, it can reach as high as 160 miles per hour. What makes it fun is that drivers do not need to lift their foot off the gas when changing gears. It also has launch control, which helps it shoot forward quickly and smoothly. Let's shift to strength. The company tested this by doing 600 launch starts in a row without breaking the engine or gearbox. That means this car was built strong. It also comes with big Brembo brakes, which are made for fast stopping. Move to the handling. To make the car handle corners better, many changes were made under the body. The front part of the frame is the only part kept from the normal car. Everything else, like control arms, bushings, springs, and thick sway bars, were improved. The steering and pedals are made just for this version, giving better control and quicker turns. The interior gets attention next. Inside, the unknown car has a special gauge cluster that can change colors and show many car details. Some even remove the back seats and add racing seats to make it lighter and more ready for the track. Painted fully black with red lines on the wheels, this car hides its true nature. It looks calm, but under the hood and behind the wheel, it is a storm waiting to move. Number 14, Mercury Marauder, 2003. Mercury Marauder from 2003. This unknown car hides behind a simple look, but it surprises anyone who looks closer. Its shape is like a regular family car, but deep inside, it is built to roar. Moving into the engine, the heart is a strong 32-valve V8 with an aluminum block. It makes 302 horsepower at 5,750 revolutions per minute and 318 pound-feet of torque at 4,250 revolutions per minute. Following up with performance, the car moves from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.5 seconds. That might sound slow to some, but it weighs more than 2.1 tons. It finishes a quarter mile in 15.5 seconds at 91 miles per hour. The top speed is 117 miles per hour. Stopped early to avoid drive shaft trouble. Even so, the power shows when launching as the rear squats, the front rises, and twin stripes mark the road. Onto the design, the car looks dipped in black paint. Even the headlights are partly blacked out. The only shine comes from the polished 5-spoke wheels and the big exhaust tips. Inside the car, the look changes completely. Gone is the old fake wood. Now it has a cool gray pattern and 6 clear silver-faced gauges. Now comes the ride. Thanks to a newer frame and better shocks, the drive feels strong and steady. It does not shake like old big cars. It grips the road with 18-inch tires and holds firm in turns. The steering is new and smart. It has no shaking or dead spots, and it helps the car follow every curve without guessing. Into the seats, they're soft and low, but a bit too slippery. There is good news, though. The pedals move to help drivers find the best spot. The ride is bumpy over bad roads, but not painful. The throttle is sharp, and that can be tricky in the snow, which is why traction control was planned for later. Coming back to the mystery, the unknown car hides behind the Mercury name and looks like a normal Grand Marquis, but underneath it is much more, built with spirit and style from another time. Number 13, Pontiac Prix GXP, 2005. The Pontiac Grand Prix GXP from the year 2005 is a car that many people might not know well. This unknown car tried something very bold. It put a big V8 engine in a front-wheel drive setup, something not many cars dare to do. Usually, this makes cars hard to handle, but here comes something surprising. Now, moving forward, the car makes 303 horsepower at 5,600 revolutions per minute. It also gives out 323 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 revolutions per minute. This much power going to the front wheels usually causes torque steer, where the car pulls left or right when it should go straight. But this car only tugs a little when starting fast. Next comes a special trick. To help with control, the front tires are bigger than the back ones. The front has tires sized 255 by 45 on 18-inch wheels. The back has smaller ones, 225 by 50 on 18-inch wheels. This helps balance the car and fight understeer, where the car wants to keep going straight instead of turning. Looking under the hood, the engine is a 325 cubic inch V8. It had to be made smaller to fit into a space meant for a V6. The engine has a special crankshaft and a one-belt system, and the starter was moved to the transmission. That helped it fit without cutting anything. Still holding attention, the transmission is a 4-speed automatic with a manual shifting option called tap shift. This lets the driver control the shifts. The car can still go fast, even if left in drive, because the torque covers a wide range. Another interesting part is the Bilstein front struts. It was the first time General Motors used them in a front-wheel drive car. The ride is smooth and firm, helped by a thicker rear anti-roll bar and a ride height lowered by 0.4 inches. Inside the car, the front seats are shaped well and feel sporty. The head-up display shows speed, and there's even a G-meter that shows how hard the car turns or brakes, but only when stopped. This feature was limited by lawyer advice, not by engineers. Number 12. Buick Regal GS, 2004. Buick Regal GS from 2004 is a car that many people might not remember. This unknown car hides its power behind a calm and clean look. It does not scream speed from the outside, which makes it easy to miss. But under that smooth skin, it is something different. To begin with, the Regal GS has a strong engine. It uses a 232 cubic inch V6 engine with a supercharger. This engine makes 240 horsepower and a strong 280 pound-feet of torque at only 3,600 revolutions per minute. That means the car moves fast without needing to rev high. It feels quicker than other cars like the Accord V6, even with its automatic gearbox. Going further, the car uses a Hydra-matic 4-speed automatic transmission. There is no manual or clutchless manual option, so some sporty feel is missing. But the shifts are smooth, and the torque helps cover the gaps. Let's now talk about how it rides. The GS comes with a Grand Touring suspension. That means stiffer front springs and added rear stabilizers. It also has a special steering wheel called MagnaSteer. This makes the steering light in parking but tighter at high speeds. Even though it is not sharp like a sports car, it still handles well for a comfy car. Moving to the inside, there are many features. The Regal has power seats, leather steering wheel, power mirrors, and even heated outside mirrors. Rear seats fold to carry more. The space is good for 3 adults in the back, and the raised seats give a nice view. The trunk holds 17 cubic feet of big bags. Adding more details, the car has a quiet ride. Because it is so quiet, the driver must watch the speed to avoid going too fast. There can be a little tug in the steering wheel when taking off, but it is gentle. Finally, the Joseph Abboud edition added special colors and a sunroof. It also gave a premium stereo and two-tone style. Even with nice features, this car stayed out of the spotlight, mostly seen as a car for older folks. That's why it remains an unknown car. Number 11. Ford Taurus SHO, 2010. The Ford Taurus SHO from 2010 is an unknown car to many people. It's a huge sedan with a turbocharged engine, but it doesn't look like it's anything special from the outside. It has a subtle design, so most people wouldn't guess it's powerful just by looking at it. The Taurus SHO is big. It measures more than 200 inches in length making it much larger than the original SHO from 1989. This extra size means that the car weighs 4,346 pounds, which is almost 1,000 pounds heavier than the first version. Despite its size, Ford has added a 213 cubic inch EcoBoost V6 engine with 365 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. The power is sent to all four wheels, which helps the car move quickly even though it is so heavy. Inside, the Taurus SHO is quiet. It uses double-pane glass and specially treated windshield glass to block noise, making the cabin peaceful even at higher speeds. The engine itself is also quiet, and you won't hear any loud sounds from it. Despite all this, the car is still fast. It can reach 60 miles per hour in just 5.2 seconds, which is faster than many other cars in its class. Handling the Taurus SHO can be a bit tricky. It has all-wheel drive, but the car's weight makes it feel a bit slow to turn. It does have a performance package that helps with acceleration and handling, but the steering is still not very exciting. The brakes are decent, but they tend to overheat if pushed too hard. Even so, it still drives smoothly and comfortably for long distances. On the outside, the Taurus SHO doesn't stand out much. It looks like the regular Taurus with just a few small changes, such as different badges and a slightly sportier design. Many people might not notice it unless they really pay attention. That's what makes this car unknown. It's powerful, but its quiet and unflashy appearance keeps it hidden in plain sight. Number 10. Chrysler 300C Hemi 2005. The Chrysler 300C Hemi 2005 is not a car that easily gets noticed in the way most luxury sedans do. It has something about it that makes it stand out, but also leaves it somewhat unknown in terms of mainstream recognition. It uses a set of complex axles borrowed almost entirely from a Mercedes-Benz E-Class, and these are bolted onto the ends of its retro-styled body, giving it a unique yet somewhat mysterious feel. The engine is an 8-cylinder Hemi that produces 340 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque, a solid amount of power. This helps the Chrysler 300C Hemi accelerate to 60 miles per hour in just 5.3 seconds. In addition, it has a feature that lets 4 of its cylinders turn off to save fuel when extra power isn't needed, making it efficient when cruising at steady speeds. However, it's easy to miss these details because the car doesn't look as sporty as it performs. The car's size is another part of the mystery. The Chrysler 300C has a wheelbase of 120 inches, which is longer than that of many other cars in its class. This gives it a spacious cabin, especially in the back, where passengers enjoy 40 inches of legroom, providing more comfort than most sedans in its range. The design, though modern, is slightly confusing. Its height of 58 inches is just over an inch taller than the Toyota Avalon, but the Chrysler's profile is cleverly designed to make it appear slimmer and sleeker. However, its high sills and thick C-pillars create blind spots, making it difficult to fully appreciate its size. Inside, the Chrysler 300C Hemi carries a mix of luxury and practicality. The seats are comfortable with simple but effective bolsters, and the dashboard feels modern, though not overly flashy. The trim offers a choice of materials like walnut or faux tortoiseshell, giving a nod to the past while trying to stay relevant. Yet many features, like the simple rotary climate control knobs, don't match the high-tech vibes seen in other sedans at the time. For those who care about driving, the Chrysler 300C Hemi handles well with minimal body roll. But it's not a sports car. The stability control system keeps the car from doing anything too exciting, which makes it a bit safer but also more reserved. Despite its powerful engine, it's hard for many to figure out just where the Chrysler 300C Hemi fits in the bigger picture. Number 9. Saturn Ion Redline 2006. The Saturn Ion Redline 2006 is one of the most unknown performance cars, mainly because Saturn was not a brand known for speed. While other brands like Mitsubishi and Subaru were racing ahead in the sport compact market, Saturn decided to create a unique offer. This car is a mix of everyday practicality and unexpected performance. Saturn, known for its no-haggle pricing and dent-resistant panels, surprised everyone when it introduced this car with a supercharged engine and a tuned suspension. Under the hood, the Saturn Ion Redline features a 122 cubic inch inline-4 engine with a supercharger. The Roots-style blower pushes 12 pounds per square inch of boost, creating 205 horsepower. This car wasn't just about looks. It was a performer. With a suspension tuned to handle more power, it came equipped with Dunlop tires for better grip. This made the Ion Redline feel much quicker than what most people expected from a Saturn. However, what makes this car even more interesting is the upgrades. This specific model has the ZZ Performance Stage 2 kit, which adds more power. With a new exhaust, a revised supercharger pulley, and an upgraded ECU, the engine's output increases to 255 horsepower. The torque also jumps to 260 pound-feet, making the Ion Redline even more thrilling on the road. Despite all these upgrades, the Saturn Ion Redline still remains somewhat unknown. It wasn't a car that got much attention compared to other performance vehicles. Its stock suspension has been tweaked with Raceland components for better handling, but the original parts are also included, making it easy to restore if needed. The car has only 53,000 miles on it, which isn't a lot for its age, and it's likely to become a rare gem as time passes. People might not remember the Ion Redline, but it was ahead of its time in many ways. While it wasn't the most popular performance car, it certainly had the potential to surprise many who underestimated it. This little Saturn packed a punch and showed that even a company like Saturn could make a thrilling ride. Number 8. Chevrolet Malibu Max SS, 2006. The Chevrolet Malibu Max SS 2006 is a car that many might overlook, and it's unknown to most for several reasons. While the Malibu name is familiar, the Max SS variant often gets lost in the shuffle. What makes this car unique is its combination of practical features and sporty power. Painted in laser blue metallic, it stands out, but not in a way that grabs everyone's attention. The Max SS is powered by a 238 cubic inch V6 engine, which may seem like a small detail, but it packs a punch. It produces 240 horsepower and 240 pound-feet of torque, which is impressive for a car in this category. With its improved breathing system and variable valve timing, this engine performs smoothly, even revving up to 6,200 revolutions per minute. For a pushrod engine, that's a rare feat. Despite its solid power, it still gets a reasonable fuel economy, which appeals to people like Jeff, a guy who drives over 50,000 miles every year. The Malibu Max SS's body also sets it apart. It's a bit unconventional, with its hatchback design that may not immediately scream performance, but the car's handling is far better than it might seem. Thanks to the upgraded suspension and wider tires, the Max SS offers excellent cornering and stability. It accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.9 seconds, which is quick for a family-oriented vehicle. Inside, the Max SS doesn't try to be overly flashy. The interior is mostly dark, with black vinyl and cloth seats. The back seat is incredibly spacious, with 41 inches of legroom, making it a comfortable ride for passengers. Even the cargo space is generous, easily expanding to 41 cubic feet when the seats are folded down. What truly makes the Max SS unknown is its hidden potential. It's a car that blends the practicality of a family vehicle with the performance of a sports sedan, but it never quite captured the public's imagination. Despite its performance upgrades, it remains overlooked by many, even though it's a standout in its own right. Number 7. Cadillac CTSV, 2004. The Cadillac CTSV 2004 is one of those cars that didn't get the attention it deserved. It was designed to compete with German heavyweights like the BMW M5 and Mercedes-Benz E55 AMG, but for some reason, it stayed somewhat under the radar. From the front, the car made a bold statement with its new face, including stacked headlamps and a stainless steel wire mesh grille that proudly displayed the Cadillac badge. The large air intakes and vents on the redesigned bumper made it clear this was no ordinary sedan. Moving to the side, the sporty profile became even more evident. The CTSV was equipped with 18-inch, 7-spoke aluminum wheels wrapped in high-performance tires, all of which were meant to improve the car's handling. The lower ground effect was enhanced by redesigned rocker panels that also contributed to the car's aerodynamic look. Out back, the car sported a redesigned bumper with a dual exhaust system that had chrome tips, adding to its powerful presence. Inside, the CTSV continued to impress. Unlike the regular CTS, which had wood trim, the V version had an all-black dashboard with aluminum-like accents on the steering wheel door cards, and center console. The instrument panel was slightly modified and featured a V badge inside the speedometer, which went up to 180 miles per hour. The suede upholstered bucket seats provided extra support for aggressive driving, which was essential for a car like this. Under the hood, the unknown beast came alive. Cadillac placed a 350 cubic inch LS6 engine from the Chevrolet Corvette C5Z06 into the CTSV. This engine produced 400 horsepower and was paired with a 6-speed manual transmission from Tremec. To help the car handle all that power, a limited slip differential was added to the rear axle, along with stiffer suspension and large rotors. These changes made the CTSV a force to be reckoned with, especially when it lapped the Nürburgring Nordschleife in just 8 minutes and 19 seconds. Despite all of this, the CTSV didn't quite get the recognition it deserved. Number 6. Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8 2006. The Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8 2006 might be one of the most overlooked high-performance vehicles around, even though it offers mind-blowing power. With a four-wheel drive system, it directs most of the engine's power to the rear wheels while cruising, but when traction is lost, it automatically sends power to the front wheels. This clever system makes it a standout, especially when you step on the gas. The Jeep leaps forward, taking just 4.5 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour, which is as fast as a BMW M3. It crosses 100 miles per hour in 12 seconds, beating the Chevy SS by a wide margin. The Jeep's V8 engine roars with power, producing 420 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. This power is managed by a 5-speed automatic transmission, which shifts quickly and smoothly. The response is fast, and the Jeep feels like a race car, even though it's a large SUV. The suspension is tuned for track-like performance, making the Jeep handle better than you might expect for a vehicle of its size. It achieved a 0.88 gram on the skid pad, outdoing the Chevy's 0.81 gram score. Still, the stability control system can't be fully turned off, which makes it a little harder to push the Jeep as far as you want on a track. In corners, the Jeep feels stable, though you always remember you're sitting high in the air. The steering feels tight, and the brakes are strong, giving you confidence when taking corners at high speeds. The ride, however, is pretty stiff. While it handles large impacts well, rough patches in the road make the ride uncomfortable, which could be a problem for daily use. The interior is another area where the Jeep falls short, offering less space than the Chevy SS. The backseat is cramped, and the cargo area is smaller too, with only 67 cubic feet of space compared to 80 in the Chevy. Despite these flaws, the Jeep remains a thrilling ride with great power, impressive handling, and a price that makes it more affordable than you'd expect for such a high-performance vehicle. Number 5. Chevrolet Trailblazer SS 2008. The Chevrolet Trailblazer SS 2008 is a high-performance version of a midsize SUV, yet it remains somewhat of an unknown gem. It combines the utility of an SUV with the performance of a sports car, which sets it apart. Power comes from the LS2 366 cubic inch V8 engine, producing 390 horsepower and 395 pound-feet of torque. This makes the Trailblazer SS quick, reaching 60 miles per hour in just 5.7 seconds, much faster than many other SUVs. This model stands out due to its unique suspension system. The ride height is lowered by 1 inch, and the springs are 25% stiffer than those on regular models. This helps the Trailblazer SS handle corners better and reduces body roll. The front stabilizer bars are also 10% larger in diameter to improve cornering control. The electronic stability control system, known as StabiliTrak, is standard, further enhancing safety and control. The brakes on the Trailblazer SS are also performance-focused. It comes with larger 12.8-inch front disc rotors and twin-piston calipers made from iron. These provide better stopping power, ensuring quick and smooth stops. The brake pads are made from high-performance materials, similar to those in the Chevrolet Corvette, offering strong resistance to fading. When stopping from 62 miles per hour to 0, the Trailblazer SS does it in just about 135 feet. The engine, a 366 cubic inch V8, delivers an exciting amount of torque, which is ideal for quick acceleration. The engine's design with a large bore and stroke gives it a great response right when you press the throttle. The engine also features a composite intake manifold designed to help with balancing torque and horsepower. Inside, the Trailblazer SS is stylish and sporty, with a unique instrument cluster and leather-wrapped steering wheel. The seats are designed for comfort during spirited driving, with firm bolsters to keep passengers in place. The cabin is full of high-end touches like French seam stitching and chrome accents, making it as stylish as it is powerful. Number 4. Dodge Neon SRT4, 2004. The Dodge Neon SRT4, 2004 is a performance car that many might not recognize, yet it offers impressive features that set it apart from its competitors. It looks like a regular compact sedan, but under the hood, it's a whole different story. Powered by a turbocharged 146 cubic inch engine, this car delivers 230 horsepower and 250 pound-feet of torque. It's a car built for speed and performance, with a top speed that could surprise many. One of the first things that make the Neon SRT4 stand out is its aggressive styling. It features a large front air intake, a hood scoop, and a big rear wing. These elements are not just for looks. They help with airflow and cooling. The SRT4's handling is also taken up a notch with upgraded suspension components like firmer springs and bigger anti-roll bars. This makes the car more responsive and fun to drive, especially on tight corners. The car's suspension was tuned to improve grip, though its zero camber alignment means it couldn't achieve the best skid pad results. However, it shines in slalom tests, going through at a speed of 66.6 miles per hour. The Neon SRT4 also came with wider wheels, fitted with high-performance tires for better traction, while the upgraded brakes help it stop quickly, with a distance of just 112 feet from 60 miles per hour. Inside, the SRT4 kept things simple, offering basic features to keep the price low. The interior materials were far from luxurious, but that was part of Dodge's plan to offer a performance car that was affordable. A factory-installed boost gauge, an unusual feature for the time, was even included. This focus on affordability and performance made the Neon SRT4 a unique and often overlooked option for enthusiasts who wanted a fast car without breaking the bank. Number 3. Pontiac Bonavville GXP, 2005. The Pontiac Bonavville GXP 2005 is a car that many might not recognize, yet it has some impressive features. With a powerful 275 horsepower from its Northstar V8 engine, it could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.8 seconds. This made it a very fast and sporty sedan for its time. Despite being a performance-oriented car, it was also built for comfort, with a smooth, responsive automatic transmission that made driving easy. One of the unique things about the Bonavville GXP is its exterior design. It was a full-size sedan that looked elegant but also had a sporty touch. The 18-inch wheels and a more aggressive suspension made it stand out. The car had 4 chrome exhaust tips and a distinct Pontiac exhaust sound that could not be ignored. Its ride was firmer than other models, offering a more connected feeling to the road, though it could be a bit harsh over sharp bumps due to its low-profile tires. Inside, the Bonavville GXP focused on providing comfort with leather and suede upholstery, a 12-way power front seat, and dual-zone climate control. The interior was nicely equipped, but it didn't quite match the high-end feel expected from a performance sedan. The dashboard, for example, had many buttons that might have been confusing for some people. Still, the car offered decent cargo room, and the trunk was large, even though the hinges took up some of the space. Handling was another strong point, though the steering wasn't as sharp as some might have liked. The car was balanced and composed, making it a solid choice for long drives. The braking system was strong, but the pedal effort felt a bit high, and the control wasn't perfect. Despite these small drawbacks, the Bonavville GXP offered a mix of performance and comfort that many sedans lacked at the time. Number 2. Buick Lacrosse Super, 2008. The Buick Lacrosse Super 2008 is not a car many people immediately think of when it comes to performance sedans. This car has a different kind of power, unlike the usual muscle cars that people associate with speed. Under the hood, it has a 323 cubic inch small block V8 engine, This engine produces 300 horsepower and 323 pound-feet of torque. That is impressive for a Buick, yet many still might not recognize the Lacrosse Super as a high-performance car. What sets this car apart is how it handles. The suspension has been returned with Bilstein monotube shocks, making it more responsive on the road. It has a 4-speed automatic transmission, and while there's no manual shifting option, the car still moves smoothly when accelerating. The tires are all-season Michelin tires, and although they provide a decent grip, they can squeal when pushed too hard. The Lacrosse Super is built to be smoother and quieter than many other performance sedans, which makes it stand out, but this can also make it harder to see just how powerful it really is. On the road, the Lacrosse Super is solid and stable. It accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds, which is quick for a full-size sedan. Even during sharp turns, the car keeps control, but it does experience some body roll. The brakes are strong, and it can stop at about 130 feet from 60 miles per hour, showing its performance side. Outside, the Lacrosse Super has a bold look with a new waterfall grille and quad portholes. It also comes with 18-inch aluminum wheels. The interior is luxurious, with leather seats, wood accents, and a premium sound system. Though the Lacrosse Super is not as well known as some sports sedans, it offers a unique balance of comfort and performance, making it an unknown masterpiece. Number 1. Oldsmobile Aurora 4.0, 2001. The Oldsmobile Aurora 4.0 2001 might not be the first car people think of when it comes to luxury sedans, but it has a lot to offer. This car is smaller and lighter than the one before it, with a 5.5-inch reduction in length. Despite the size drop, the Aurora still manages to offer more comfort and performance than expected. It now comes with 2 engine choices: a 214 cubic inch V6 engine with 215 horsepower and a 244 cubic inch V8 engine with 250 horsepower. For those who prefer more power, the V8 engine is a great option. It offers smooth, quick acceleration, and it's also very quiet while driving. Even though the V8 is muted, it still gives a satisfying driving experience. The car's weight is distributed well, and it feels balanced on the road thanks to the removal of 285 pounds from the front. But there's a downside. It doesn't have a manual transmission, which could have made the driving experience even more fun. The Aurora's exterior looks sleek and clean, designed to stand out without being too flashy. The aluminum hood and trunk lid make it appear sporty, and the round wheel openings add to its sharp look. Inside, the car offers leather seats and beautiful walnut trim. It also comes with heated 6-way power front seats. The layout is comfortable with easy-to-use controls, but the small numbers on the speedometer and tachometer can be hard to see in low light. As for performance, the Aurora accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.5 seconds. It also has the best brakes for any Oldsmobile sedan, with a stop distance of just 123 feet. The car feels stable and handles well, making it enjoyable to drive. It even comes with safety features like airbags and seat-mounted safety belts, making the Aurora a solid yet unknown option. If you enjoyed watching these unknown sleeper cars from the 2000s, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more cool car content.